All right, so one thing I wanted to say was that you should learn when you're first starting out on an acoustic guitar. Um, the strings are a little bit harder to play, and it builds up your finger strength a lot more quickly than if you were to learn on an electric. If you only plan on playing an electric for forever, then I guess fine, learn on electric. But it's way harder to transition from playing an electric to an acoustic. Whereas if you have the finger strength from an acoustic, switching over to electric is a breeze. Um, that being said, I'm going to get started on Over the Hills and Far Away by Led Zeppelin. So this is a good exercise because most of the riff parts are kind of on the same strings, and then the chords are chords that you already know, and then the there's a couple other like little curveballs, but pretty manageable, I think. So legato playing is basically hammer-ons and pull-offs. So if you, this is how the song goes. Alright, so that's the gist of it. I messed up a little bit. I'm leaning against a wall right now. It's totally uncomfortable, but um, uh, the idea is that a hammer-on is when instead of, so far we've always just like plucked out a string, like, okay, so a hammer-on would be play that string, and then without plucking it again, just hammer on, kind of self-explanatory, but like that. A hammer on is hammering on, and then a pull off is that, releasing while like kind of playing the note. So it kind of just sounds like very smooth and like, I don't know, it sounds awesome and stuff. So I have the tab here. I'll put it up to the screen in case you want to like pause it and whoops. This top line here. 020400 G G G G. So that G there is the chord. All right. And so on the third string, I'm sorry, the G string. There's plenty of jokes to be made, and I won't make any of them. But the G string, open to open with a hammer on and a pull off. So that's the first part. Then you go up a string to the D string. That's the third one down, and it's 4-0, and that's with a pull off there. So you don't want, when you pull off, you don't want it to twang like it kind of just did. Like it should be very subtle. Like you don't want to have like, it shouldn't be like booming or like rattling or anything, which is more of a problem on the higher strings, but whatever, on the top strings. So okay, so you got 0-2-0, 4, pull off that open, and then back down to the G string, open. You have to pluck that one because you haven't played it yet. So it's a little bit of a knack, but honestly not too difficult to get down. It shouldn't be. Or it might be. I don't know. And then the G chord, which we know. A note on the G chord here, I taught it to you, 3-2, open, 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 3. You can also play the third fret on the second to last string as well as the last string. So it's 3-2, open. I'm talking about the frets here. Figure out the fingers for yourself. 3-2, open, open, 3-3. So they're both a G chord, they're just two different voicings of the same chord. I think this one sounds a little bit fuller, a little bit like prettier, but if you don't want to, you don't have to, for the sake of this song at least. So that's the first part. It's a little bit of a riff and then strumming some chords. So that's kind of where a lot of stuff starts to pick up. Alright, so you're going to get to a D chord eventually, but the second riff in there, very similar to the first part. It starts off exactly the same. It's open to open with a hammer on and a pull off. Then 4 on that D string, so you jump back to the D string, and then you go back down to the G string. So where the first one is, this one starts. Alright, so there's now that part, it's like the other one. 4 on the D string, open on the G string, so you go back down, alright, and then staying on the G string, 4 to open, and those are both pull-offs. So you play the string once, like that. I hope this is audible. 4 to like that. So after that 4-2-0 on the G string, you go back to the D string. And it's the open on that D string. I should have said that. And then the D chord. So all together, those two riffs chords together, it's O2O4O G G G G O2O4O 420 O D D D D. So up to speed. And that last little riff there, so you play that first part all together a couple times. Then when you get to that's on the not the top string, the next one down, open, 2nd fret, 1st finger. The whole time you're not moving your hand position at all. I should mention that. Open, 2nd fret. You pluck all of these out, or you could hammer on there. Either way, but open on the 2nd from the top string, 2nd fret. Then you go down a string, down to the D string, E A D. And then back up to the A string on the 2nd fret, 2nd fret of the A string. Then you go back down to the D string and play it open, 2nd fret of the D string, same string, and then same string, open. So all together it's, and that's a hammer on and a pull off there at the end. And then the G chord. So, well, you know the song. But I'm coming up on 10 minutes, so I'll go over to the rest of the song in the next video.